Hello, parents and caregivers. It's Miss Sewell again. I'm here to give you a refresher on how to give a practice DIBELS Blitz with your child. So the packets that you've been receiving each week is a DIBELS Blitz. Like this is week 13, grade 1. It doesn't really matter which packet they're practicing as long as they're doing a multiple amount of them. That will help them build their reading scores. In this particular packet, we have our letter names, our nonsense words, our word reading, which is our sight words and high frequency words, and our oral reading fluency, which is the passages and stories. What is not included that they're tested on is the PSF, which is the phonics sounds. Like, say I would give them a word moon and they have to sound it out. Oon. Make sure they sound out each sound. They can't say the word, they have to say the sounds in order to get those points. So that one is something that we practice every day during skills from the beginning of the school year. So I wouldn't worry so much about that. Just these 4 tests that is on this DIBELS Blitz. So let's go over letter naming fluency. Your child will put their finger on the first letter and you would set the an alarm for 1 minute. They would go and say each letter name, not the sounds, just the letter names all the way. They could do it fast. Make sure that they get all the way to the star or beyond the star. At the star, if they get there in a minute, it's a green, which is target. If they go all the way to the bottom, it's blue, which means above reading level on letter names. So the next test we're going to go over is the nonsense words. They're silly words. They're helping to build fluency. The child might recognize the word and think it's another word, but they still have to sound out these silly words. This helps to build that. So they start right here. They could say the sounds and the word. Go to the next one, say the sounds and the word. All the way in a minute. They have to get all the way to the star to get the target. If they get up to halfway, they have blue. So that makes it above reading level. If they say the words, that can go much faster. However, like I said, the letter names, they're not in the same order every week. It's just to get them to practice it. So when they do take the test, they're ready. The next test that we're giving them is their word reading fluency, which is kind of like going over sight words or high frequency words. They are to say each word. They start here. You give them a minute, to the star, 25 words. They get the target. If they do 50 words in a minute, that's blue, which is the awesome above reading grade level. And the last part is the stories. You don't have to have them say the title. They could start right at the first part in the first paragraph. Like, today was my first day. They read it. Don't have them stop. Make sure that they go and say as many words as they can in that minute's time. If they get to the star, it's target. If they go up to I want to say it's 80 words. So it's 39 words for target, 88 words for mastery. If they get to that, that's blue. This is weighted heavily, and the nonsense words are weighted heavily in this test. So if you want to get started, just do it nightly with them. Some of you have been practicing, and we love that for your scholar. So have a good evening. Thank you.